Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville is proud to present the Asheville Real Estate Podcast. Welcome to the April edition of our podcast. I'm your host, Joe Leininger. We have a great show in store for you this month as we discuss the top negotiation strategies for the spring market. As the competition heats up, incentives can play a big role in bringing buyers and sellers to the table. We'll also break down our local market activity, so stay with us. It's all coming up next. We're here today with Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville. Thanks for joining us today, Jeff. Tell us what's going on right now in the Asheville real estate market.
Joe, looking at the statistics for March 2007 compared to March 2006, we had 764 homes sold in 2006 compared to 648 homes sold in March 2007, a decrease of 15%. And with an average list price in 2006 of $270,371 compared to an average list price in 2007 of $281,843, and the average selling price for March 2006 came to $259,371, while the average selling price for March 2007 was $272,480, for an increase of 5%.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. For a national perspective today, we're also joined by Terry Murphy, real estate author and CIO of U.S. Learning in Memphis, Tennessee. Terry's a contributor to both mortgage and real estate magazines and was recently featured in Donald Trump's book, The Best Real Estate Advice I Ever Received. Terry, tell us what's going on right now from a national perspective as we begin the second quarter of 2007.
The good news is that the sales of existing homes unexpectedly rose in February by the largest amount in nearly 3 years. Analysts are a little cautious about the recovery of the market, though, due to the spreading troubles in mortgage lending. But more good news was reported this week by the National Association of Realtors. They reported that sales of existing homes rose by 3.9% last month. It was pushed higher by a sharp increase in the sales activity in the Northeast area. It was the biggest increase since a similar one in April of 2004. Well, across the board, the price of a median home last year dropped to $212,800, down by 1.3% from the same month in 2006. It marked a record 7 straight months that the median home prices fell compared to the same time last year.
Terry, what can you tell us about trends in lending?
The good news is this, Joe. Analysts say the price declines helped to lure buyers back into the market, although the concerns about the growing problems in the subprime lending market may impact those prospects for future sales. This puts pressure on lenders to tighten up their loan standards, meaning people who have qualified for subprime mortgages will not be able to do so. But here's the good news for sellers. It makes the buyer pool strong and solid. With fewer but stronger buyers in the marketplace, Joe, builders and resellers will need to do what they can to attract those buyers using various incentives to get the sale.
I'm glad you brought that up, Terry. What kind of incentives seem to work best for buyers and sellers today? Jeff, how do you advise your clients?
Many sellers have to get creative if they want to stand out from the competition, and offering incentives is a great way to do this. The most common seller incentives include things like carpet and paint allowances, repair credits, and a contribution toward the buyer's closing costs. Help with the closing costs are not always expected, but in some situations, offering buyers a little assistance can go a long way. Depending on the asking price and the strength of the offer, sellers may be able to do a little more in this regard. But seller incentives don't need to be costly. One popular incentive that doesn't cost a lot is to offer an extended home warranty for the new owners. Listeners might be surprised to learn just how valuable a home warranty can be during the first year of home ownership. Heating systems, electrical systems, appliances, and more are often covered by these warranties, and having one helps buyers face the unexpected. The warranty is generally good for a year after the sale and is a great incentive.
What about buyer incentives? Is there anything the buyer should do to make their offer stand out to the seller?
Yes, definitely. This may sound like common sense to a lot of people, but buyers should make sure they are pre-approved for their financing before making the offer. When you are pre-approved, the bank has taken a look at your finances and determines the amount you can borrow from them. Being pre-approved is different than being pre-qualified and really gives the buyer a leg up on the competition when there are multiple offers for the same house. Buyers should also be flexible about their closing and possession date. If you find a home you like, closing quickly is often a good way to show the seller you're serious. The key thing to remember about incentives is that they don't have to cost a lot for them to be effective. Getting a pre-approved letter or being flexible on the possession date or offering a home warranty for the new buyers are all easy and relatively painless. And yet, they'll make a big difference to the other party at closing.
Joe, I totally agree that incentives can be a terrific addition to the negotiations of a buyer sell. Buyers should remember this, though. New construction is great, but existing properties may have those incentives already built in and will save them time and money.
That's a great point, Terry. Thanks. Jeff, do you have anything to add?
Yes, like Terry said, not all incentives will be right in all situations. So sellers should talk to us first about creating the right incentive package. Having the right package can get the home sold quickly and for top dollar. We can also refer buyers to a number of very qualified lenders who can get you pre-approved with very little hassle. Please contact us and we can send you our list.
Great. Well, we're at the end of our show today, but I wanted to thank you both for your time. It was a great program. I look forward to doing this again next month.
You're welcome, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We'll talk again next month.
For more information on our show or for information on the Asheville real estate market, contact Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals, Asheville. You can reach Jeff at 828-279-6585. You can also find Jeff online at www.jefflink.org. Until next time, thank you for listening to the Asheville Real Estate Podcast.